What's up, everybody? This is Chris Duggadillo again. I just want to do a video log for today. Pretty interesting conversation that I had this morning. A man came into the store and, just typical customers wanting the six-pack abs and, cut some weight and learn how to do all that shit and buy all the products to do that. Whatever those might be. But I had a pretty interesting conversation today with the man that came in. Now, he was kind of explaining to me, and the way we introduce ourselves as far as when we're selling something is what brings you into the store today. Anyway, he went on this talk about he has been doing rehab for the past year and a half on his spine. And he was looking for some products to cut weight, but he was also wondering how much I knew about exercise that he could do. And I said, well, what kind of spine injury did you have? And he said he has a bar or pins in his back because he got into an accident. And he was telling me how he was very lean before, but since a year and a half, he hasn't been able to do much exercises or even move around. And now he's put on about maybe 50 to 55 pounds of just solid fat, and he wants to get it all back. And I explained to him that, eventually it's all going to come back to him. He's going to lose that weight because his body's not used to holding on to that kind of stuff. I said, especially if he was lean before. So that cheered him up and made him feel a little bit better. But of course, I didn't give him any exercise advice because I told him that's something you want to talk to your doctor about and your physical therapist about before you go and try and attempt to do this exercise. Because from what he showed me, his range of mobility wasn't very much as far as, because he wants to do crunches. He wants to, so he wouldn't be able to do those things with his spine injury. So I told him, and what seemed to cheer him up, and it's kind of the God's honest truth about everything. Guys, your diet is about 90% of all your gains. Your fat loss, your muscle gains, all that stuff. And I told him, I said, don't see this injury as a negative, because now you don't have to focus on the crap. Now you don't have to focus on the bullshit of what normal people have to focus on when they're trying to cut weight. And when he asked me to elaborate, I did. I told him that most people, when they go and they start a diet, they start a diet and they start working out. Now they go forever and they're like, okay, I'm torturing myself with this physical exercise, because I don't know who wants to exercise. Unless you're a health nut like me or want really, really dedicated, nobody really wants to exercise, And I said, so then you mix in the diet with it, so you're seeing yourself torturing yourself twice: one with that physical exercise, and two with the diet. So anyhow, I told him you don't have to worry about that kind of stuff, and I explained. And he asked me if I had any experience with it. And I said yes. I said about 6-7 months ago, a while back, I tore my rotator cuff. Not really tore it, but I strained it pretty damn bad, all right in here. And I have a video on my YouTube channel about the injury and when it actually, the day it happened, and because I wanted to log that down anyway. And I told him it set me back about 3 months as far as putting on muscle, but it wasn't, at the end of it, in hindsight, it wasn't as bad as what I thought it was. It wasn't a setback, because that's when I made the God's honest decision to learn how to cut weight. I said, okay, I'm not going to be putting on any muscle gains anytime soon, because I didn't want to be uneven. I didn't want to have a skinny, scrawny arm and a bigger arm and be uneven and mess myself up. So I took that time, that 3 months, and I learned how to cut weight. I learned everything about dieting. I read every article. I read all kinds of stuff. I tinkered with my diet, even up till before I started my bulk. Right up to that point, I was tinkering with it. I got down to 10% body fat, and and I told him, I said, don't see this as a negative. You know what I mean? I said, yeah, it sucks that you got hurt in your car accident, but if you're trying to get really determined about getting back in shape, take this opportunity, this time, to figure out your diet. I said, because 90% of it is your diet. The other 10% is the physical exercise, but people can even make that fucking crazy. They can make that. They've been doing crazy-ass exercises and crazy-ass dieting, trying to get the fastest gains or weight loss in the world, the most up-to-date information in the world. They're trying to get cut as fast as possible, and it doesn't happen that way. You know what I mean? So I told him, I said, take your time and don't see it as a negative. So he was pretty excited about that. I said, you don't have to worry about the physical part of it, because it's overrated. You know what I mean? We all do the same exercises. We all do the same lifts. We all do the same cardio. We all do some more extensive than others and some less than others. So we all do the same kind of exercise. Nobody does anything fucking special, and if they do, they usually get hurt doing it. And trust me, I've been hurt doing shit before. And I told him, and he got pretty excited about that, and so it seemed like it cheered him up. So, but I just wanted to do this video, guys, because, hey, if you're hurt and there's something stopping you from going to the gym as far as a debilitating thing keeping you from going, don't go to the gym. Focus on your diet. Get that right, because, man, if you get that right, you'll tackle 90% of the demon. You know what I mean? You're figuring out, you're setting yourself up for life. Because physical exercise stops at a point. When you're 85 years old, you're not going to hit it as hard as you did when you were 20 years old. You know what I mean? So at one point it does stop. But if you get the diet right, that's to the day you die. You know what I mean? That's to the day that you're out of here. So, but also I take it as too, is even if I'm not in it, if my heart's not in it that day, I don't mess around, guys. I don't. Yeah, you see on my Facebook and all that stuff that I'm at the gym, I'm at the gym, and most of the time I am at the gym. But there are days that when I don't post anything, and those are the days that my heart's just not in it, my brain's not in it, my focus is totally messed up. And trust me, I dug deep for it, and I'm not going to sit there and take 4 scoops of pre-workout to force myself to go to the gym and end up getting hurt. You know, I'm not gonna do that. So if you got something to stop you from going to the gym, just focus on your diet as far as debilitating. But anyway, back to what I was saying, focus on your diet. If you're hurt or there's something that's debilitating, and just get right with your diet, and everything will take care of itself. So that's it, guys. Stay healthy. Bye.